You mentioned Sex and the City, so the story has to be told about the mayor. Yeah. Very excited to get his big break.
Well, we were excited, and I was really
happened?
Excited too, because I got to do the scene with him. This was Sex and the City, the movie, and they had to deliver the bad news that we ended up on the cutting room floor of the movie. We were crushed.
Is that a smart business move to put KO on the cutting room floor?
Well, the mayor. And so, but he had the best line that we've gotten so much mileage out, and he said, well, I guess the producers wanted more sex, less city, so we ended up being cut. So.
Does he have a favorite show or movie from New York?
Well, he was just in The Good Wife last Sunday night, so he did a key scene with Chris Noth in The Good Wife. And The Good Wife is a CBS series with Juliana Margulies that's set in Chicago, but every frame is made in New York.
See, that's very telling to me, that now they're shooting other cities in New York. It used to be the opposite.
And Martin Scorsese, The Departed, Oscar-winning film. They were in Boston for maybe 2 weeks, but the most of that production was done in Brooklyn and Queens, and of course Boardwalk Empire on HBO. You know that the Boardwalk in Atlantic City is in Brooklyn at the Steiner Studios. It's one of the largest outdoor sets built to scale ever in the history of New York. Really quite outstanding.
Can you talk about some of those studios as well? I know where 30 Rock shoots over in Queens.
Silver
right?
Cup.
Silver Cup.
You know, if you're going over the 59th Street Bridge, you see the big sign for Silver Cup. It used to be a bakery, and it was converted into sound stages a number of years ago. One of the oldest is Kaufman Astoria, which was actually built in the 1920s, and it's across the street from the Museum of the Moving Image in Astoria. And the newest is the Steiner Studios, which is at the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and that's the largest purpose-built soundstage on the East Coast. And there's smaller facilities as well. A lot of the TV shows are working out of Broadway stages that are in Brooklyn. They're converting all of these old warehouses in Sunset Park and Williamsburg into TV studios. I think they have something like 27 or 30 stages.
And Chelsea Piers.
Right? Chelsea Piers as well, right?
Yeah.
That's where Law and Order.
So Jane, what makes New York City such a great character in a film? Why are directors creatively, artistically so attracted to the city?
Well, aside from our amazing skyline, what you really have in New York is a very strong talent pool. In terms of actors, extras, you have the Broadway community. So you know when you have, when you go to cast, you have just such a rich talent pool to draw from.
I love hearing you talk about shooting in New York too. You said you can basically make any city in the world out of New York if you shoot low enough. I think, what was the last one you had? Berlin you did from Brooklyn, maybe?
With The Good Shepherd, we shot Berlin at Steiner Studios. We shot part of Washington, D.C. out in Brooklyn. We shot Africa in a soundstage. I mean, we were determined not to leave New York.
You almost don't even have to come across the bridge. You just keep it right there in Brooklyn. That's amazing.